Good.
Welcome everybody to the 7th, 8th grade Gridiron Football All-American Bowl game. And right now, Eli Miller and the East team are on the drive as Eli Miller from Catholic High completed a big reception to number 1 Isaac Jackson. And how about that first play? We are streaming, and it is a touchdown for the East team. And that is history, folks. That is the first touchdown in the 7th, 8th grade Gridiron Football All-American Bowl game. So that is a piece of history right there for all these young guys. And now is for the conversion attempt for the East. There's a fumble on the play. There's still a fumble. Loose ball. And the conversion is no good. So the East team strikes first on the touchdown to make it 6-0 for the East team. Great job set up by Catholic quarterback Eli Miller as he hit a big completion down the field. The first big play of the football game to Isaac Jackson. So a good way to start. First drive for the East team after the West team had to get the football right back to the East. And considering that this is really the first time that we're playing this event, the 7th, 8th grade game, a pretty good start. Usually you think the defenses would have the advantage, but on that drive, it's all about the offenses right there. And now we'll get to see what the West team does in response. Just starting here in the first quarter, about 4 minutes and 36 seconds. Running time here for both teams. The first annual 7th, 8th grade game. A fumble again. Has to scramble away, but there is trouble. He still scrambles, still on his feet. He goes to the outside. He is still running. So a lot of running there for Jerion Hines from Tensall. That's about 30 yards of running for about a loss. A loss of about 3 or 4. So now bring up about 2nd down and 14. So let's see, how do they respond? There's a pitch to the outside, and no siree, nothing there. And that's a big loss. And right now, the East team is firing all cylinders on both sides of the football. So now, pretty tough situation here when you have about 3rd down in a mile. Let's see what's in the play sheet here. On 3rd down and long. Low snap again for Hines. And he's in trouble again, and he is going to be brought down for a sack. What a great sequence of plays for the East defense. And now it's going to be 4th down. And talk about 3 pretty good plays. I mean, you can't orchestrate that enough. Better if you're the defensive coordinator for the East. Looks like we have a timeout here. Actually, a change possession. There are no punts.
So what's going to happen in this game is that the referee is going to walk it off after every punt. There's no special teams. So they're going to walk off 30 yards for a punt. And then since it's a running clock, they'll stop the clock once they walk it off to symbolize the down.
Well, that was Gridiron Football CEO Andy Bryson And instead of having Gene Steratore, those NFL guys, we got our own expert right here, and Mr. Andy Bryson. And we're going to chat with Andy as well, because this is the man that constructed all right here, the Gridiron Football All-American Bowl Game. First time have it out of state. His first couple years in Louisiana. And it shows you that this bowl game is still growing. False start called against the East team. So it's going back up the East team. First down and 15. If you're just tuning in right here, the East is off to a really good start in the first annual 7th, 8th grade Gridiron Football All-American Bowl Game. And going to tuck and run a big play for the East again. And what a start for Miller. He showed his arm off on the last drive. That time he shows off the wheels on the right side. First down for the East. He's marching north and south right down the football field. Miller backs to throw. He's going to throw to the right side, and that is going to be just inside the 5-yard line, but great pitch and catch thrown towards the right side.
Miller's pass is caught by number 10, Braden Jean, and that's going to be another first down for the East.
Braden Jean on the reception from Woodlawn Middle in Baton Rouge. And keep in mind, folks, these are only 7th and 8th graders throwing it around. Pretty incredible what the future is like in a couple years. You see a lot of these guys a couple years down the road in the senior game, which will be at 6 o'clock tonight. They're going to head on to the left side. And can he get there? He indeed will. And that is going to be a touchdown. Touchdown East. I believe that was Jeremy Favorite. We have an injured player down on the field. microphone was off. All right. First down and 10. First down and 10. No, that camera can handle it. First and 10. Back in action again. As there's a roll to the right side. And there's a good run. Get things started for the West. Trying to chip into that lead right now. 3 touchdown deficit. That's a good run for Gridiron Hines. Well, second down and 4, and that's as good of a first down play that the West team has had. There's the keeper. Hines tries to escape, but gets brought down. And a really good tackle was made. As Braylon Christmas was on the stop. Braylon Christmas, another North Iberville product. Here's a throw to the left side, goes through the hands of the receiver for the West. And now is going to bring up 4th down. And about 4th down and 6. And it looks like that the West team's going to give up the ghost and get possession to the East and mark it off like it is a punt. And again, here comes a red-hot scoring East offense. Has already put a couple of touchdowns on the board. First down and 10 for the East offense. And it's going to be interesting to see what the West defense can do to that number 12 to number 1 connection, which has been working so far throughout this game. And a good run after contact by the running back. About a 9-yard gain. On first down. And that's how you do it on the running play. Miller in the shotgun, 2 receivers on the near side. Miller drops back to throw, fires, and tough coverage, but is caught. Really good coverage was made by the West. West is number 24, Tyson Burks. but that will move the chains for a first down for the East. Now there's 3 receivers on the near side for the East. Miller has to step up. Instant pressure. Has to escape. Tries to throw, but he overshoots his intended receiver. Number 4 is incomplete. James McCray, the intended receiver from Woodlawn Middle. Good job of pocket presence at that time. Miller stepping up and keeping his eyes down the field, but just overshoots his receiver. There's a penalty marker. Mark it back for holding. And first down 25. So let's see if the West defense can take advantage of the penalty yardage. Again, 3 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. Miller is going to throw it. He tries to find his receiver, the running back, out of the backfield. The pass is incomplete. Butler, Nakai Butler, intended receiver. Does a little bit of everything. Returns kicks, punts. Plays running back DB for North Iberville. Now it's second down long. We got about under 2 minutes left to go until halftime. Miller backs the throw. He's got some pressure, and he is going to be set. The ball is loose. The ball is free. The offense recovers. Miller fumbles the football. And big number 90 was the one that made the play for the West. Dylan Hayes, who looks every bit of the part, coming out of Jonesboro Middle, Jonesboro Hodge. We saw this kid and sign in, and I confused him with one of the seniors. It's pretty incredible the amount of talent already at this age. You know, Dylan Hayes is going to be one of those stars.
Yeah, Jace, one of the biggest things about these young guys is a lot of size out here. A lot of the parents couldn't believe how big some of these kids were.
You got that right, Andy.
Yeah, you and me been here all week. We've been looking at these kids, just looking at all this talent. One of the great things about this game is that we get to see the next up-and-comers. You know, we saw Ricky Collins in 8th grade at TCA. We've seen George Matthews. Now we're going to see the next Ricky Collins out here. You know, I like the linebacker from Woodlawn. Just almost caught a pass a minute ago. Running back. He's a coach's son. You know, I like the quarterback out here for the East team for Catholic High. He's going to be the next Catholic stud coming in. You know, you got a lot of guys from North Louisiana. This game is really an East-West game of the Mississippi River. The West team is hailing from really a lot of most North Louisiana. Fairday, Tensall, Jonesboro. Jonesboro Hodge brought 3 guys, all 3 of them over 6'2", 6'3", 8th graders.
Wow, that's your college line.
Right. So we're out here witnessing the next crop of high school, studs for the next 4 years. That's why we you, me, all of us, Marcus, we sat and talked about this and got this thing going. So it's a great event. It's a great opportunity for these young men to see the seniors do it, and they come out here and do this. You got a lot of the seniors out here in the stands cheering these kids on. So it's a great opportunity for these young men.
It's a great opportunity for them to learn and see what the seniors do and just kind of follow their footsteps and get, some piece of advice from some of the seniors throughout the week.
Exactly. They practice on the same field as the seniors, so they had a chance to ask questions, had, a lot of the same coaches. They had a chance to meet Gabe Gabe Northern, all-pro defensive end from the Vikings, or Buffalo Bills, I'm sorry. They got to talk to Corey Webster, two-time Super Bowl champion. They had a chance to see these guys and talk to them, pick their brains, and what makes them better. Last night we did the 7-on-7 event where all those former NFL guys had a chance to teach these guys, what's it take to go the next level, what it means, how it goes. So it's a great thing for these young men to get out here and compete.
And that's what it's all about. And both these teams are competing hard, and it's been a short week. Signing was earlier this week, and it's been just a couple of days in it. But man, both teams look pretty sharp considering really the quick amount of turnaround time.
Exactly. I mean, that's what this is all about.
And that is going to be the end of the first half. And on the scoreboard, the east side was completely dominant on the scoreboard, scoring a couple of touchdowns in the first half.
I looked at Cody Cade. Cody Cade's coming all the way down here from Oregon. Big-time high school football coach up there. Every program he's coached at, he's turned that program around, got good numbers for the kids. Always, turned teams around where they were able to win ball games, He's a longtime coach for the Northwest. He's taking the reins of the East team this year. My good friend James Taylor, 40-year coach, coach. I might be over-guesstimating a little bit. He's gonna kill me when he goes back to watch this, but he's one of my best friends.
Likable guy.
Right. Really likable guy. So James Taylor, he's running the defense over there. What's funny is that James Taylor's coached this game for five straight years, and he's not lost a game yet.
Okay.
So this is gonna be kind of interesting if he loses this game tonight. So I see him going in there and turning things around this next half and getting this thing going.
Yeah, let's see.
We got 2 seconds left of the half here.
Yep. So not yet. The first half. Final time for one play. So let's see what the coaches got lined up in the playbook right here on the last play of the first half.
And
we have to wait a little bit longer, Andy.
False start on the offense.
I mean, it's been pretty clean with the penalties really in that first half. I mean, not too many penalties. A couple false starts, but besides that, it's been pretty clean.
Right. I mean, that's an accomplishment in itself when you start looking at a junior high game. They had 1 day of practice.
I mean, that number 90, Jamaris Allen, boy.
Yeah. He's all of 6'3", 6'4". I think he's the hottest thing around Baton Rouge right now coming into high school.
From CSAL Middle. I mean, they were getting on a couple of guys and they were trying to pronounce CSAL, and they want to pronounce CSAL, so that's how they want to pronounce. But that's the end of the first half with the East team up by a couple of touchdowns in the first annual 7th and 8th grade Gridiron football All-American ball game.
So you see the red hat walking around there. That's Marcus Randall. He's kind of running the field in this game. So this is going to be a great opportunity for these kids. I can't say that enough. This is going to
Can you imagine being in 7th and 8th grade and get to meet Corey Webster and Marcus Randall?
We talked about that last night. At the coaches social. Could you imagine going back into high school or junior high and you have Corey Webster, you got Gabe Northern, you've got C.J. Maiden, Marcus Randall, Eric Randall, Tremone Douglas. Yeah. You've got a lot of heavy hitters up there telling their stories, telling their why they do this. Why they come out here and give back to these kids. Why they were able to stay in the league so long. What made them who they are today. You hear their stories and such. Imagine being back in high school and seeing that. Imagine being back in 9th grade. You're on Christmas vacation, going back. Next week all these guys go back to school. Think about the stories they're gonna have. From what they got to do this week.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. I mean, just this whole week, and really this is my first year really experiencing it too, and just really soaking it all in. And I mean, this week is just really special to get to see what these kids go through, the experience of it, and just the opportunity to be here. It's not just about, now the game's really the cherry on the top, but there's more other aspects to it besides the game.
Right. Well, it's kind of funny you mentioned that because we have a new intern, and Tuesday was his first day on the job.
Yep.
So we dropped him in the mud, right off the bat. He wants to even sink or swim, He's been told by every coach out here, if you make it through this week, you can get a job anywhere. Apparently, I ride my interns really hard around here.
But they've done an excellent job this week. I mean,
yeah, both interns have done a great job. You know, everybody around here has been a great help. The coaching staff here, we've got we've got what, 25, 30 different coaches from 25 different high
different
schools.
parts of the country too.
Yeah, you got coaches from Texas out here. You got coaches from Louisiana, Florida, Alabama. You got a lot of the who's who in high school football right now. Then you start talking about the NFL guys, the former All-Pros. You know, Corey Webster, two-time Super Bowl champ with the New York Giants, knocking off the New England Patriots. You know, You know, they put him against Randy Moss in both Super Bowls, and he shut down Randy Moss. Other than one play, outside of one play, he shut down Randy Moss in 2 Super Bowls. So you got guys like that. You know, out here, teaching these young men. You know, Marcus Randall. Marcus Randall is one of the best one of the top quarterbacks in the state of Louisiana. Every year he's able to coach these guys up and put guys Division I. You know, he coached Ricky Collins. You know, LSU commit. He worked him since he worked him out since he was in 8th grade, 7th, 8th grade. You know, he's worked out guys like Tremone Douglas, is the third, who's out here. He's a Division I wide receiver prospect. You've got guys like Clayton Adams, who I think is one of the fastest guys you're going to see in the second game of the year.
Oh, he's electrifying.
You know, I'm looking forward to seeing the matchup between him and the young man from North Webster. Those two guys, they're both legitimate 4-4 guys. So I'm looking forward to seeing that matchup. His speed, those two guys, going against each other.
Yeah, and speaking of the senior game, I mean, that's coming up at 6 o'clock, by the way. It's going to be streamed live on Facebook after this game as well. But, I mean, that game, it's probably the biggest talent we've really had since the very beginning when this Gridiron Football All-American Bowl game was started.
Right. I mean, we put this thing on for the past 4 years. And I think this is the biggest game. I mean, this is the most talented game. I say that every year. You know, last year was the most talented, but last year was the most talented. This year is the most talented. But that's because every year we get better and better prospects. You know, we put camps on all year long. Me, Marcus, it's gonna be your first year doing all that.
Yeah.
You know, we put these camps on all year long. Our all these seven tournaments we put on all over the countryside here. You know, we have a chance to work these guys out, get these guys better, and then they go in there, they perform for their high schools. A lot of great high school coaching going on across the country. We got a lot of guys, across the state of Louisiana, like J.T. Curtis, who just won his 28th state championship since 1921.
Yeah, maybe the biblical times, maybe.
Hey, JT, I'm just joking, buddy. JT Curtis has been there since the founding of the school in New Orleans and River Ridge, Louisiana.
Class act too. JT
Oh yeah,
such a class
great
act.
program. Won his 28th state championship. There you go, JT Curtis. He always makes sure he sends us quality guys in the bowl game. You got guys like Adam White.
Yeah.
Offensive line coach out of Catholic High.
That's right.
Always trying to help us out. Always trying to do good things. There's some great coaching across. So.
Yeah, I mean, just got a chance to really cover a lot of it, and like the state, not only the state of Louisiana, but really across the country, and you get the chance to really witness that at 6 o'clock because I mean we got kids from Colorado, Mississippi, Texas.
And that's what I want to see. We got the number 1 center from the state of Colorado going to be here tonight, and competing against all these Southern boys, from
right.
Louisiana and Texas. We got a defensive end from Texas that offers to Michigan. We got defensive ends here going. It's already committed, signed their letters of commit, letters.
Yep.
To East Carolina. We got guys here that's SEC guys. We got some good talented players. I want to see these guys from way outside the area.
Yeah.
The Bristol kid. We have a linebacker from
Tennessee.
Bristol, Tennessee.
Yep.
So I want to see what these guys from outside the region here can do in this game.
That's what makes it exciting.
Right. We got kids from right here in Orange Beach and Foley, Alabama. We got a big 6'6" offensive lineman from Foley, Alabama, Cameron Schultz, hometown kid here. Want to put on a show for Foley. We got 2 young men from Orange Beach. So really, it's gonna be fun to see what happens tonight.
Yeah, it was going to be really fun, and it's a pretty good birthday present, I have to say, for Cam Schultz. We celebrated his birthday the other day.
You know, that's kind of funny. His mom asked me, she said, Wednesday is his birthday. I was like, well, I'll tell you what, I'll do something special for him. So we had the entire team, as well as all the NFL greats. They sat there and sang him happy birthday last night. Nothing like football and family, you know? And it goes hand in hand.
There's nothing like seeing a big guy like that blush, you know, every once in a while, you know. But this whole week has been great. And then we mentioned the 7-on-7, and you can actually go to Facebook. You can go to our Facebook page at Gridiron Football, our YouTube channel as well at Gridiron Football as well, and catch that hour. It's actually broken down by each minute. Those 7 speakers got a chance to speak, and boy, I mean, it was so powerful hearing what those 7 guys had to say about their journey and how different each of those journeys really were.
You know, if you're tuning in, go ahead and give us a comment. Tell us how things are going. What you guys think of this game. This is, you know, like I said before, this is a great event for these young men. I want to thank Coach Terrence Blankenship from Jonesboro Hodge, bringing down 3 of his big future prospects. You know, wanted us to take a look at these guys, put these guys in the magazines, start promoting them. You know, again, a lot of young men out of Rayville, Louisiana, Tensall, Louisiana. Coach Powell up in Tensall, you know, he fought hard to get his guys in this game. You know, so I want to thank those guys from the bottom of my heart.
Yep. And once again, we appreciate the sponsors as well, and everybody that has been involved with setting up this great event, and also the people here at Orange Beach, the sports complex. I mean, as accommodating as they have been just outstanding, and they've been really unbelievable. I mean, through their support and for us, and like anything that we needed, they're there. So it's just really great to see. And right now,
a lot of love for
Jonesboro Hodge. A lot of love.
We're sitting there reading the comments as you guys are with you guys, right, going through halftime here. We're just going through looking at all the comments being said.
Yeah, and Dowling, he's been really playing pretty hard. He had a couple big plays in that first half on the defensive side of the football, and he's really stood out this week. And there's a lot of good talent. If you're a Jonesboro Hodge fan, you don't have to really be worried about the future because it's pretty bright.
Right. And then you got a coach like Terrence Blankenship. He knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
And that part of the country, that part of the state of Louisiana has always produced a lot of talent over the years. A lot of championships. You know, it's kind of funny. Have you ever been to Jonesboro Hodge, Caesar Stadium?
I have. I've been there one time. Yep.
That's one of the most beautiful, upkept stadiums in the state.
Yep.
You know, I've been to every high school stadium in the state of Louisiana, and I can tell you that's one of the most beautiful stadiums in the state of Louisiana.
And not one of the bigger schools.
It's in the middle of nowhere, to be honest with you. It's a logging town. They got a big sawmill or paper mill there. It's a big logging town. So you're talking about in the middle of nowhere, logging town, and then you. Ta-da!
That's just great. I mean, it's like sometimes you find, like, we have the diamonds in the rough, and that's really what it is. Find a diamond in the rough.
Their photographer is Jason Foster. Their LSU writer is Jason Zoom. The talent evaluator is Marcus Randall. And their CEO is Andy Bryson.
We're about to get started for the second half of play. Anything that you interested to see in the second half for this first annual 7th and 8th grade game?
I want to see what happens in the west side. The west team, like I said, being led by Coach Tony K, really good coach from Oregon. Then you have Coach James Taylor, longtime defensive coordinator. I want to see they would dial up here in the second half.
And we get started. Remember, no special teams. I mean, as far as kickoffs and punts. We'll just mark it off. And the East comes to show you how dominant of a half they've had. They start off with the football first in the second half. And one of the storylines has been the play of Miller. Quarterback from Catholic High, and trust me, Catholic High has produced a lot of really good ones.
You don't know nothing about Catholic High, do you?
Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little nuggets. Yeah.
I guess you're about as biased as I am at Rose Pond, right?
There you go. Yep. Go Bears. There we go. Get that shout out.
And we kick it off. Big run.
Yeah, flag on the play. The Kai Butler on the carry.
There's a flag on the play.
That's right. We got a Go Bears comment in the comment section. Gotta love those Catholic High Bears. And right now, the quarterback, Eli Miller, is leading the way. And wow, we have Bevelin watching from California. That is amazing. We're here in the opposite side of the country, having people from California tuning in. Miller, he is in a lot of pressure. He somehow escapes out of it. Throws, he's trying to find the receiver. Just can't make the leap and grab. The pass is incomplete. What an effort, though, by both the quarterback and the receiver. Brajan Melanson, great effort to turn his body around. Had a chance at it. But really, even though it was an incomplete pass, pretty good.
The guy kind of missed that pass a little bit. They got caught up behind all those big guys on the line.
And the sun's just coming down, too, so we're definitely making the most of it. We got 3 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side for Miller. He's going to throw, and he finds a man, number 4. Former Woodlawn, we have a Woodlawn Panther still up on his feet, juking and jiving, and then still carrying guys on his back. James McCray showing incredible moves in the open field.
That's actually the young man I was talking about earlier. James McCray, he's a son of a coach. He goes, his dad's the offensive line coach at Woodlawn High School. He sees this football game every single day. He's at the practices every single day, getting coached up. I see a big talent in that young man coming forward. And he's going to be one of the next big guys we're going to have on the cover of the magazine. I can see that coming in the next 2 years.
That play alone just shows me what kind of potential you see right there on that play alone.
Well, see, we had a camp up in Pineville, Louisiana back in February last year. And this young man came over there and ran a 4.6 40 as a 7th grader.
Unbelievable.
Typically I wouldn't believe that kind of stuff, but when I time it myself,
The sky is the limit. And another big run by the running back, and this is a really good one as well, Jeremy Favorite. Excuse me, that is the Kai Butler. But the Kai Butler and Jeremy Favorite both play running back for North Iberville, and that's a pretty good 1-2 punch right there.
I think your dad's is trying to build something over there.
Yeah. Give a shout out to my dad, Ron Luzerne, longtime coach in the Baton Rouge area. Was part of a lot of successful teams. In fact, coached with Marcus Randall as well, back at Terra High School, and Eric Holden and a lot of guys like that.
It's kind of funny you say that.
Miller, he's going to go for the deep shot, and overthrows, splits the 2 receivers, pass is incomplete.
It's funny you mentioned that Marcus coached for your dad. Your dad actually gave Marcus his first coaching job in high school.
Yep.
After he left the NFL, and now Marcus had the opportunity to hire you.
That's right.
So the big circle has come back.
How the tables turn, right? And once again, I appreciate you, Andy, and Marcus for giving me the opportunity to be here. Best decision I've ever made. And there it is again.
Another Iberville young man.
And he's running with some power. He is tough to bring down with resiliency. The Kai Butler again. And right now, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Feed number 6.
If you're in the area, come on over for this evening. We have our kickoff is at 6 p.m. with the senior game. A lot of talent here.
If this is a 7th, 8th grade game, I can't wait for the senior high game. So about 6:54 left to go in the third quarter. And the East, I mean, they're trying to put really their stamp on this game. I mean, it seems like this team wants to make history. They want to be the first 7th, 8th grade team to win this football game. How special would that be?
That would be special. You know, you get to go home as the crown champ, and always talk about how you were the first champion in the Gridiron Football Junior All-American Bowl game.
Yeah, I mean, these kids are going to remember it for a long time. And like you mentioned, a lot of these kids, I mean, have really grown up and really watched the game the last couple of years, and they get an advantage because they get an early start on this opportunity, with this being the first ever game. And what a great facility this has been. Orange Beach Sports Complex has hosted a lot of local events here in the area, and I believe they've hosted the SEC women's soccer.
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. They held the NAIA National Championship soccer match here in this stadium 2 weeks ago, first week of December. You still see the NAIA logo in the center field as we go as we pan over. So yeah, this is a great facility here they built. Tony, the mayor of Pineville, the mayor of Orange Beach.
Yep.
Sorry about that, Rich.
Yeah.
The mayor of Orange Beach has been so welcoming and inviting here with us. Can't thank him enough.
And now the sun is going down. Get an angle here. Miller looks. He's going to throw the deep ball, and the pass is incomplete, almost intercepted. Great coverage by the West defensive back. We'll try to get you a number on that.
I can hear Coach Tiller talking about face masks and stuff, and he's trying to get everything he can out of these refs right now.
Hey, he's still talking to the referee. With great coverage and great position to deflect and bat that pass down. Tommy Reynolds was on the coverage. Let's see the West team. Can get a stop and stop the bleeding right here. Miller is going to throw to the left side to the end zone, and it is a juggling catch. It is a touchdown again. Great concentration on the reception, and that is another touchdown pass from Miller. And boy, Isaac Jackson, he's making a name for himself in this game.
You know, if you're wondering why they're celebrating end zone, I told the refs let them have some fun this week. You know, this is all about the kids having fun, getting a little bit of experience. You know, as long as the kids don't take it overboard, we're going to let the kids have some fun here this week.
That's what it's all about. Let them enjoy this experience.
It's not every day you get to go to Orange Beach from Tensas, Louisiana, and Grayville, Louisiana, Faraday, Louisiana, Jonesboro High, Baton Rouge, North Iberville, New Orleans.
Miller, and the conversion is good. And Miller is hot right now. And talk about the depth right now at receiver. There's a lot of it. And that was a reception by Amari Buckner from Southeast Middle Magnet. So it's 26-0 for the East team.
Their website, you can find them at ultimateapparel.com. American Partner Insurance.
I mean, this offense, I mean, they can pretty much do it all. We've seen them in the passing game. We've seen them running the football. I mean, this doesn't look like
one of the interesting facts about the quarterback from Catholic, he actually works with Marcus. I mean, he works out with Randall Passing Academy. Marcus has been training him, and his dad was telling me how he's learning so much from Marcus. I mean, how much better role model you have than the Bluegrass Miracle quarterback? If you're in Baton Rouge and you're not working out with Marcus, I don't know. I mean,
yeah,
look at the guys Marcus is putting. They're starting to, turn out.
He's helped Levi Lewis as well.
Yeah, Levi Lewis from
Yep.
UL.
Zion Chris, who's now with the Raging Cajuns.
Ricky Collins, who's committed to LSU.
Yeah.
We're working out this week with LSU.
That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. Here comes the West offense. Mishandled snap, and he gets dragged from behind on the sack. Now it's number 9 again, Amari Buckner. So, a couple pretty good plays. He just got the 2-point conversion catch and then the sack right after that in 2 plays. That's a timeout, but we're going back to the Ricky Collins. It was pretty cool. Did a chase with Jace. Show I did with Marcus, and have Marcus and Ricky sit by each other and kind of, they analyze both their highlights. It was pretty fun to watch and see some of their reactions when they were talking about each other during the highlights.
Ricky Collins, I've had a chance to get to know that young man over the last, 5 years, I guess. He's a real class act. LSU's really, really blessed to have a young man coming in like that. I see that young man being the starter at LSU pretty soon. In the next couple of years. He's a great kid.
He really is, and got a chance to know him a little bit this year. And classic young man, a great representative of Woodlawn High School, and for the LSU Tigers coming up. And keep an eye on these guys. Make sure to save this film if you're parents, and fans alike, football fans alike, because you're going to see maybe an LSU guy or a USC guy in this group right here about 5 years down the road.
I don't know. There's a lot of big guys out there. Number 77 from Jonesboro Hodge. That's a big man right there at 8th grade.
That's unbelievable that he is an 8th grader. Michael Malone. I mean, Jonesboro, there will be something to watch for in the next couple of years. Great tackle in open space.
Now, if you're wondering why this is such a lopsided and why you got so many white helmets on the West team, the East team, most of them are from the same high school. They brought most of their guys. They just won a championship. I think 2 weeks ago.
Yep, 2 weeks ago. Yep. And that helps too, having a lot of guys, that chemistry, that camaraderie.
Right. The West team has a lot of guys that they're just from all over the place. The coaches never coached together before, so a little bit of a disadvantage right here. We just want to see what the guys can do from the West team and how they overcome this adversity.
That's something that always coaches are looking for in their kids, and how they respond to the hard times. Throws across his body, and that was an incredible play made by the Tensall quarterback. Showing a little Russell Wilson there, making a little Patrick Mahomes running around and throwing across his body. And
well, once he calms down, his nerves calms down a little bit. He's going to get better as this game goes on.
Good play by Jerion Hines. Now it's about 4th down and 5. I believe this is only the second 4th down attempt in this game. as we're reaching the close towards the end of the third quarter. And again, hard count got him. Second time. And let's see. Yeah, it's going to be a first down. I was about to say. It was pretty close. Great hard count to get him the first down. And so the West was taking advantage of a defense for the East, which has been really aggressive with their front. Hines is going to roll to the outside. He shows the wheels. Gets hit from behind. What a hit. I mean,
9 yards in that play. That's a nice little play for the young man from Tensall.
I mean, you see the athletic ability he really has.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That was a great play by the young man.
Second and 1.
And I believe that was DeJuan McPipe with the big hit. Those are not fun towards the end of that. Second down short. Hines going to head off to the right side. There's a stiff arm, a pretty aggressive stiff arm there to pick up the much needed yardage to move the chains. And the West is getting something together a little bit on this drive. As we reach the end of the third quarter. One more quarter left to go as the East team up big, trying to secure the victory in the first ever 7th, 8th grade Gridiron football All-American Bowl game.
We definitely want to thank Ultimate Apparel for the uniforms. They do a great job every year. Terrence does a great job for supplying these young men with uniforms. These can become keepsakes because the kids get to take these home every year, so they get to have those uniforms. This is going to be something. This is something special. Thank you, Terrence, with Ultimate Apparel.
That's a great story there too with Ultimate Apparel. As my cousin played in the game, and he actually still has his jersey from the Gridiron football All-American Bowl game still hung up in his dorm room.
He played in the first one, if I'm not
yep,
mistaken.
Yep. Playing football currently at Belhaven.
That's the power of this game.
Yep.
The seniors, 92% of the seniors that play in this game receive offers. That's not me. We're not trying to make those numbers up. That's not boasting or anything. It's just facts. We recruit the best, so you're going to have the best. The 8% that don't sign offers, usually it's built up along with grades or some kind of character issue, something along those lines. We had a young man last year that had a 2.0 GPA, a 14 ACT score. Showed up, ran a 4.340, had no offers. Currently playing D3 football up in Wisconsin.
What an interception by Isaac Jackson, who's who's really showing out and making his case as the MVP today. Well, what a star Isaac Jackson has really shown. Remember that name, folks. And that ends a promising drive, really the best drive of the game for the West. So, just starting the fourth quarter, East team with a comfortable 25-0 lead. We also have a new quarterback in the game as well. After the great day Eli Miller has shown, as Javante Thomas is now in at quarterback from North Riverville as well. really, this is a good opportunity as well to really give a shout out to the big guys. We got to give a shout out to the big guys up front as well. Tyler Summier from the East, number 52. DeJuan McPipe, number 67. Has a good run here by number 4 for the East. We're around all these guys. We have to mention these guys too. When we talk a lot about the skill position players, we have to mention the big guys. Lawrence Anderson from McKinley, another Baton Rouge product. Jamires Allen, we saw him make a couple of plays for CSAL. Brenton Harris, representing the East team, number 78. Tristan Thompson from Plaquemine, number 68. We called his name a couple of times. Reggie Trustclair from MSA West, which was also by Plaquemine High School. Keith Champagne Jr. from Kenner Discovery. We got some Kenner Discovery guys in today's game, and we'll have some Kenner Discovery guys in the senior game as well. We have Caden Lane.
General Trask.
Yeah. Lake Providence. And they had some pretty good runs the last couple of years at General Trask High School as well, so future's pretty bright there too.
Coach Wells, he was the coach of the year 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, I think it was.
Yep.
He's a great young coach. Puts together quality guys on the field.
There's a pressure from the outside, and look at the explosiveness, and then the big hit after that. We had a little bit of everything right there, and that's what we are talking about. Jeremy Favorite with the explosive run after the catch, and then the big hit right after that by Tommy Reynolds, and Tommy Reynolds has been one of the bright spots today for the West as well.
Chuck, you're right. Last night, the 707, we had an opportunity to talk about amazing feat yesterday that happened here at the high school, or here at the field. 28 young men here playing in this game, from the senior game into junior game. Made a profession of faith, accepted Christ, and wanted to follow Christ.
Amen. That is just unbelievable. That's
so 28.
great.
So 28 men. There's roughly 112 guys here for both the junior and senior game. 28 guys. You're looking at about a third of the field out here. You know, made that jump. I had a dad come up here last night. He's like, my son goes to church every week. You know, it was just amazing for him to turn his life over like that yesterday. Great thing. Those kids are going home winners already.
Amen to that. And like it's the 3 big F's right here that we're all about here at Gridiron Football. Faith, family, and football.
And
in that order.
In that order.
Jinx again.
Don't mind us. We're just having fun here doing some football.
You gotta love it. You just have to love it. And this is the start of a couple really big days of football. With this game, and then you have some pretty big college football games coming up throughout the weekend. A good move. Shifting and cutting for number 4. Yeah, McCray. I mean, he just has that ability. He can cut on the dime.
And if you haven't done so already, go watch last night's footage that Jace posted of the 707 event. You know, you had 7 former professional football players telling their stories. Great opportunity, young man. Great experience for these young men. Something to learn from. You had a chance to watch that. Go watch that. Is it dead? Yeah, it's dead.
Yeah, it was dead. That's why. It was fully charged when I got here. All right. It's on this.
It's still going? Let's get my cell phone. You guys, hello. have 254 comments. Son of a bitch.
Second down, please.
We're sorry about that, folks. We had a little technical difficulty. We'll get everything fixed back up here in just 1 second.
Well, we're back here towards the end of it. And we'll make up the last couple of minutes as well, because we have our intern Will here as well capturing every play just in case something like this happens. So we got you covered. We're going to post this whole game as well on YouTube, and we'll add in the plays that we missed as well so that you can catch everything that you may have missed here on the live stream. So we got you covered. An East team trying to make an exclamation point to this football game. 14 seconds left to play. And he'll get the big guy his chance. And how about that? That was awesome. Number 52, the big man, scoring a touchdown. Tyler Summier from Westdale in Baton Rouge. And you just gotta love it when the big boys score.
What did John Madden say? I like to see a big man score because you get a big man dance.
That's right. That's right. R.I.P. to the late and legendary John Madden. Now that is how you try to end this one. As the East team with over 30 points. And once again, everybody was making history. We have to go through the whole roster of these kids that all were a part of history here today. Eli Miller, Tyler Summier, DeJuan McPibb, Amari Buckner, Lawrence Anderson, Brajon Melanson, Jeremy Favorite, Javante Thomas, James McCray, Braylon Christmas, Jamiris Allen, Brenton Harris, Nakai Butler, Isaac Jackson, Braden Jean, Tristan Thompson, Reggie Trusclair, Brenton Meeks, and we're going to talk about Brenton as well because his older brother is actually playing in the senior game. How cool is that? That those two brothers get to share that experience, because being that big of an age gap, you don't really get many opportunities like that.
What school are they from?
Fighting Andy Bryson's of Rose Pond High School. And that is a wrap. The first ever 7th, 8th grade Gridiron football All-American Bowl game. The winners, for the first time in history, in the inaugural game, is the East team with flying colors, winning big. Andy, what are your thoughts on the first ever 7th, 8th grade junior high game?
My thoughts are this. James Tater's got some crow to eat after this game.
Oh, yeah. That's first loss, right?
That's his first loss.
First loss.
Now, the only other person that has never lost in a game, lost this game is Jonathan Collins. He's
Okay.
hosting tonight later. I'm going to see if he comes out as a victor or not.
So another streak on the line.
Another streak is on the line tonight. So stay tuned for more football. We're gonna be here all day.
All day, all night, all week.
We're just
You
gonna
call
do
it.
We're just gonna do it.
We'll just be here.
That's right. I ain't going anywhere.
Me either.
Would you rather be anywhere else?
Absolutely
on the
not.
Beach, on the beach in Orange Beach,
Which
watching football. The
Can't beat that.
The best in the country.
Boy, you can't beat that. There's nothing like it. And folks, that was just the appetizer. Tonight is the main course. And that is the senior Gridiron football All-American Bowl game. And to wrap up, just talking about the 7th and 8th grade game, I mean, there were a lot of standout performances from this one.
So stay tuned. We'll be back at 6 o'clock to go ahead and bring you another great game. I'm Andy Bryson, CEO of Gridiron Football. I'm joined here by my right-hand man, Jace Lejeune. We're going to sign off for a little bit, take care of some housekeeping, yell at an intern just because it's fun. Joking, obviously. So come right back and join us in 2 hours with the 6 o'clock kickoff. Thanks for joining us, folks.